It was an early start as we hit the road to the Seymour Alternative Farming Expo. The drive was peaceful. The quiet stretches of country road unfolding ahead were full of promise. After parking, we headed towards the gates, excitement quietly building with each step. We bought our tickets and then headed inside. Instantly, I was greeted by a babble of voices and rows of gleaming machinery. Tractors, ride-on mowers and quad bikes. Names like John Deere, Kubota, Berda and New Holland, all catching the morning light. I can't afford any of them. But, as someone working toward a self-sufficient homestead, it was still something to admire. Gee, wouldn't it be great to afford one of those?
Little tractor. Yeah.
Or even that. Just being around them felt motivating. Like the dream was just a little closer, even if it was only for a moment. But while those machines are out of reach, there is no shortage of things catering to a smaller scale, hands-on way of living. Stalls lined up with winter-ready gear. Practical, warm, built for life outdoors. Boots and belts, flannel shirts in every colour, wool-lined coats and thick socks, weatherproof jackets, and honestly I could have filled the car with beanies alone. I've only got the one, and of course, do you think I can find it when I need it? Not a chance. But today wasn't about buying everything in sight, it was about learning, looking, and soaking it all in. We headed into the general exhibition building.
You want to try some smoker?
Oh yes, please. Making a V line for FATV Jerky.
Thank you. Oh, I shall, thank you.
They manufacture a South American style beef jerky.
And what's this one here?
Slow marinated, using an ancient recipe.
Oh good, I'm going to get to try a few, thank you. Why not?
Promising a true, authentic meat experience with no artificial preservatives. And I must say it didn't disappoint.
I think I'll definitely be coming back for some of these.
They had an impressive array of jerky flavours to try, and the folks there were kind enough to let me sample them all. Smokin', barbecue, saison, hot and spicy, and there were even a few extra hot samples hidden under the counter, red hot chili and gringo killer. They mostly do beef jerky, but there was a venison called Buckalicious.
Locally shot in Gippsland.
Right.
Shot, so
and that really stood out.
not farmed, so it ends up being leaner as well. Because
Yeah.
they're running around eating
Yeah.
naturally.
Ethically sourced right here in Victoria. Next, we discovered Firepits Are Us, a local family-run business with some absolutely beautiful pieces. They started out making bale-up hay feeders, but since 2013, they've been creating fire pits. And let me tell you, the craftsmanship was obvious. I lingered longer than I probably should have. They were just that good. And just a side note here, if any of my friends are watching this video, it's my birthday in May. Just saying.
Oh, I do like some of these.
I like that round one.
The round one, yeah, it's good, isn't it?
And there were drones that would make your average small YouTuber or large-scale farmer weep with envy. And stuff that every keeper of chickens would ever want or need. And of course, what would a farming expo be without your more traditional farm animals? We headed to the Livestock Pavilion, and the first things we saw as we approached were the sheep, South Suffolk, English Leicester, and the adorable baby dogs, all woolly and wide-eyed. But I must say my favourites were the Wiltshire Horns. There were alpacas milling around, curious but dignified, and the Angora goats with their shaggy coats and gentle natures. And then there were the cattle. Victorian lowlines, Brahmans, Murray Greys, Dexters, and the ever-striking Belted Galloways. The Brahmans, with their long floppy ears and soft eyes, are especially endearing, with their slightly baffled expressions, looking like they've just woken up from a really good nap and still haven't decided if they're ready to deal with the day, calmly chewing, completely unbothered by the world around them. Well, this is what I want, folks, one of these. I'll put it on my wish list and someone can buy it for me. Oh well, it's nice to dream. Each corner held something new. The Expo wasn't just gear and gadgets either. There were clever gardening solutions and a rather eye-catching display of brightly coloured trailers. Now, I already have a trailer, and although I don't need another one, I reckon if I'd had the money, I would have gone home with one of these. I suppose I'll just have to be content to save up for a tin of hot pink paint instead. We came upon a plant stand filled with whimsical garden ornaments and a vast array of plants and bulbs for sale. There was a mini Ferris wheel filled with brightly coloured blooms, which was mesmerising to watch. I really had to keep a tight rein on my purse strings as I looked at them all, especially the spring bulbs, which I have a particular weakness for. There was farm fencing setups, artisan food stalls, and even a few surprises, like camels. Yep, camels. The Camels and their owner-handler Peter Hodge have been a draw card at the Expo for over 15 years now. The team is led by Roman, a 25-year-old who left the desert 19 years ago. Right beside him is 23-year-old Pretty Boy, and yes, that's really his name. The youngest of the bunch, Buddy and Sid, are both 12. Calm, steady, and clearly loved. I would have loved a ride, but maybe next year. For as long as I can remember, I've been fascinated by bees, but the idea of actually keeping them, well, that comes with a mix of fear and responsibility that's always held me back. So naturally, I found myself drawn to the beekeeping stands. Money is tight for us, so where possible, we prefer to barter, but clearly, when going to an event like this, cash is king. So in the months leading up to the Expo, I'd started putting money aside, bit by bit, just enough to afford a souvenir. So when I stumbled across the beekeeping stand, I spied a second edition of the Australian Beekeeping Manual, which has been on my wish list for years, packed with clear, detailed info, over 350 photos and illustrations, all laid out in a way that even a beginner like me can follow. Well, I have wanted this book since the dawn of time, so I think I should probably
invest.
Yeah.
$40.
Yeah.
You want to get it?
I probably should if I'm serious about having bees. It's more than a purchase, it's a stepping stone, the perfect reference for a hopeful future beekeeper, something solid I can build from, and it just felt right. So I handed over the $40 and felt a quiet little spark of hope for what might be one day. We found a lovely spot for lunch under the shade of a big old tree, which was surrounded by food and ice cream trucks. I settled on something from Mr. Bratwurst, a company which had already been established over 2 decades when they decided to relocate to Australia from Germany in 2010. They sell the most amazing char-grilled German gourmet sausages, and it was the tastiest hot dog I had had in many a year. I followed this up with an ice cream, and my daughter got a bucket of fairy floss. We sat under the tree on some strategically set out hay bales and listened to musician Simon Phillips, who had made his way up from Melbourne for the event and serenaded the hungry crowd. It's moments like these that remind you why events like this matter. It's not just about the gear and the gadgets. It's about the living, breathing heart of farming. You find yourself learning things you might never have even thought to look for. Sometimes it's a chance conversation, a glimpse of something you hadn't seen before. A free demonstration you just happen to wander past. Everything's there, right in front of you. Easy to find, easy to explore. And sure, you'll see plenty that you came for, but it's those unexpected things, the ones you didn't even know you needed, that open your mind to endless possibilities. All in all, it was an incredible day out. Something for everyone, from the hobbyist to the commercial farmer, or anyone that just appreciates the country way of life. And hey, we didn't leave the jerky stand empty-handed either. We went back, and one of our group grabbed a few things, including a pack of Buckalicious venison jerky, and we all shared it on the drive home. After the generous amount of samples they gave us, it only felt fair to at least mention that we took some with us.